We have Suman Salon and Miss Nero. Do you want to take that one?
Yeah. So, as we all know, hair dyes and getting a haircut can cost a lot of money if you go to a salon itself. I don't know about you guys, but I pretty much prefer to do box dye. So I have a brother who, is a hairstylist by default. Um, he's sort of had helped me figure out safer hair dyes than, Garnier, L'Oreal, all that other chemically gross stuff. I managed to find 3 pretty good vegan friendly hair dyes that are also good for dark hair. So if you got what my mom calls virgin hair, these are good for not wanting to bleach your hair. Arctic Fox I know is pretty good with being friendly towards the scalp if you have really sensitive scalp as well. Manic Panic is a really good pigmented hair dye. I've seen people use it and it looks fantastic. I actually came across a new hair dye called Lunar Tides. They're vegan friendly, very pigmented, and actually quite cheap. Cheaper than what you would probably find at Walgreens or Walmart. I believe I have posted or thought about posting nope, I did. Ways on how to manage either dry brittle hair or overly oily hair that can so that way you're not like damaging your hair even more. And I've also seen people post other types of hairstyles that would actually look pretty good on a lot of different face frames as well.
I wish Channy and them could find this dye over there so that he could dye his hair without damaging it so much. I use Manic Panic and Arctic Fox a lot. And I love them both. And they smell so good. Oh my gosh. Your house doesn't smell like bleach afterwards. It's pretty nice. Aaliyah is not with us tonight, but she has the Be Beautiful with IN and the skincare, makeup, things of that sort. I've been dropping a lot of the Korean beauty products that are coming out, and what they can be used for. So if you're looking for that kind of skincare routine, and I am telling you that Korean skincare routine is the bomb. I have been having issues with my skin for about 2 years and I couldn't get it fixed. I couldn't. There was nothing I could do. And I started using IN's techniques, and amazingly, it has nearly 100% cleared up. So there's things to be said about that. Oh, we're missing Carrie too. Okay. Drive with Stay is our discussion and our travels. And our little stay traveler was supposed to be in here today, and she's either forgot or she's got lost, which I don't know how she got lost. I mean, but she just got back from KCON in LA. So
She's not got COVID.
huh?
She didn't have COVID because everybody I talked to which KCON's got COVID.
She hasn't said anything about it, but that's what I've heard too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was raining, so when you get wet, that tends to happen. So our next room is our red lights reading room, and Love Stay is preparing for a hurricane, so she's not here. I don't think there's a whole lot in the room yet. We just need to start dropping. I don't read fan fiction, so if anybody else wants to drop stuff in there, that would be awesome.
Like stories or whatever.
Yeah, like the fan fiction stories.
I'll drop. I have one that's, well, it's okay. Let's just say it's okay. Now, some of the other ones are kind of like, okay, children should not read this, but this one's okay. This one's okay.
Yeah.
So
I know they were going on and on about Tangled. I guess somebody saw that she followed one of my accounts, and they're like, "Oh my God." And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know who she is. I don't read it. So maybe that's an avenue for an interview later on. Room 143 Miss Straight Cloud and Chills again. We
So
really
this
need to
one,
get this one going. We need to get it going.
yeah, so this one hasn't been started at all yet because like we just haven't had time. We've been kind of working on our other rooms, but this one is just messages that stays want to give to stray kids for like their birthdays, just sweet little messages to congratulate them, wish them good health, like little things so that way their messages they feel like their messages are actually getting out there. So if y'all ever end up on Discord and y'all want to send those messages, we'll definitely like read them if y'all want to get them read. But
And try
yeah,
to keep them simple because we've got to translate these. And
yeah,
we have a lot more words than they do, evidently.
we do have a few things with the members getting into like brand deals and stuff like that. So if you wish to like congratulate them there, or birthdays are definitely coming up this upcoming month. So
Yep. Okay, our next room is Voices with Vocal Racha, and Stray Wolf is head of that. I don't know if she's had time to start with that one or not. I haven't looked at it.
she definitely put a few things in there, just like vocal exercises, some
Okay.
songs, warm-ups and stuff like that, but she hasn't like fully delved into it because she's been kind of busy trying to get the Discord started up.
Right. This project has taken on a life of its own at this point. It has just grown and grown and grown. So it's super exciting to see it happen. And once we get it all together, I can't wait to see it all just come together like it should. Collision of languages. Stray Fox is not here with us tonight. I haven't even been able to get a hold of her for a while. I hope she's okay. But she has been dropping things in that group, like consonants and things of that sort that you can start learning on your own. That's super helpful. I've always heard it's not alphabet, but learn the alphabet first. Learn the Hangul first, and then you can kind of go from there. Hopefully we can start doing like a daily something or other with that. But it's heading into Halloween season, so I'm about to be super busy. Get cool with K-pop. This is our new member. This is Demonic Little Elf. She's heading this sucker up, and I have been dropping links in there like nobody's business. I don't even know if you've had enough time to go through all of them yet.
No, especially since Demonic Wolf has been pretty active in there too and dropping links.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm putting the right stuff in there. I've just been putting anything I could think of that's not related to Stray Kids. And because it's funny, the room kind of fits me because I started out and will always be a BTS army because I started with Dynamite back in 2020 or 21, something like that. And then it went from BTS to Blackpink and Blackpink to TXT and then Stray Kids. And how it became with Stray Kids was because Christmas Evil kept popping up.
mhm.
And I'm a Christmas fanatic. So I was like, okay. And I think I overplayed the song a bit because my boyfriend wanted to kill me in that process.
There is never any overplaying of anything. I sing that mowing lawns at 100-degree weather. So, there's that.
So one of the things that I put in there today was, I don't know if any of you guys know anything about 17, but there's a kid named Joshua in the group who's been getting a lot of heat lately for supposedly a rumored girlfriend. And the whole thing is just like, and about his personal life, how he looks so thin and everything. So it's like, and that's kind of concerning. Like, if you guys are gonna be his actual fans, treat him like a human instead of, excuse my French, instead of being an asshole. because it's like, but then I put in other stuff that like where Jungkook imitating G-Dragon. And I put a couple of IU videos in there because honestly, she's my favorite solo artist. One that for some reason manages to stay out of trouble. I mean, I don't know what else to put in there.
Well, and I've just been dumping everything non-Stray Kids, and I don't know, my algorithm for some reason thinks I enjoy K-pop because it's been a lot. So I
So
mean, anything going on with K-pop, you can literally come to this room and probably find something on it.
yeah, because in case there's people that want to know about IU, I'll put the videos in there. People that want to know about Big Bang, I'll put it in there. And um and it's funny because now it's I'm an admin for a Stray Kids group, a moderator for a Hive group, and it's like and trying to keep the chats on one spot without putting the wrong thing in the wrong chat.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God. So
Yeah,
if
and
I'm
go ahead, sorry.
I don't so that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm putting the right stuff in there or what.
Well, you're definitely putting it the right thing. And Ed Tees right now is on fire in South America, and I can't be happier for it for
Oh
them.
my God.
They,
ATEEZ is on a roll.
oh yeah, they are. It's great to see K-pop succeed so overwhelmingly across the globe. So
And
people
it's
can't say, I don't even listen to that music. No, I guarantee you have listened to some of their music and probably never even knew it.
and it's funny because my mother is not up to date on any electronics. You can't even teach her how to use a computer. But yet she saw Jin on my phone as a wallpaper, and her friend was like, "Oh, who's that? Is that your son?" I was like, "No," and my mom's like, "No, that's a BTS member," and I'm looking at my mom like, "Wow, you know this person?" Like, okay, that's said.
Yep. So anything K-pop, I guarantee you is probably in that room somewhere. And if it's not yet, it probably will be soon. So all things K-pop. I am going to move on to Hyunjin's Haven Art Studio. And Chels, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I haven't been able to really like dive into it yet, but I have seen people posting in there. Um, I just I don't know, really want to focus on Stay's art as well as any of the art the boys do. I mean, everybody knows Hyunjin is quite the artist, and he has some really neat pieces. Um, so I would even like to like dive into what products he even uses for his pieces. I think he does a lot of like oil paintings or watercolor. I don't remember which one it was. Um, yeah, and just kind of see what other stays have come up with because there's some really, really good artwork out there. I've seen a lot of good artists on TikTok. It'd be even really cool to like see what their inspiration is, like what piece is their inspiration or what member, I guess. So still a work in progress for me, but
Yeah. That new animated bit that has came out is amazing.
I
Oh my
saw
God,
that.
yes.
Yes. Yes. It is absolutely gorgeous. I do hope that Chan and them see it and can do something with that artist because
Mhm.
it was awesome.
Really good.
The next one is the Three Racha Studio, and Stray Wolf has that one, but she's not here tonight. I haven't put anything in there yet, I don't think. Did anybody?
Stray Wolf's been putting stuff.
I
Okay.
can put a few things like some three matcha pictures or something like that.
Yeah, she was let me see what she's got going on in there. I'm doing so much other stuff I forget what I'm supposed to be doing half the time. Yeah, I see a lot of pictures. The album template we put in there. Sunmin's song, Hani's song. And she started putting things in there for like Bang Chan, and she put Han's live in there talking about it was basically over his live talking about his new song that came out. So anybody who wants to read that, that is in the Three Racha Studio. And then we have Chan's Den, which we are about to start really expanding on after a very brief discussion. We all thought it was a good idea. So, Stray Cloud, do you want to take that and explain what all we're going to be doing next with it?
Sure. So, what me and Stray Wolf have decided was to basically go through every single episode and basically break that episode down to like better go into more depth of what like how he started and where he's at now with it. Now right now he's actually like kind of on a hiatus when it comes to Chinese room for a variety of reasons, most of them being that he's just extremely busy and does not have time for it. But so far I've only gone through episode 1, and if there's 2 different places you can actually watch Chinese room, one of them being is YouTube, where it does have English subs, and a Army Moa Genstay account is the one that's like in charge of it, that actually puts English subs to it. But you can also watch it on Strayflix. No, it's that
Skizflix. Yeah.
Skizflix. Okay, I was like, okay, so
Yeah, it's like
Skizflix.
SKZ Flix.
So that one you can watch it in that room, but it's actually not it's not English translated. So it's just the videos are in there how they were introduced. So if you don't know any Korean, I would definitely maybe not watch it in that room.
Right.
Watch on that.
I know that when I first started, there was a channel on YouTube called Stray K Subs, SUBS, and they had a lot of the content. I don't know what all content they have, because as a new stay, you're so overwhelmed with all of this stuff coming at you, you don't know where to start. I'll look into that a little further and see if any of the Chinese rooms and V Lives and stuff are on there.
Yeah, I've always said from the beginning it's a great place.
Yeah.
Because then it'll be hard to catch up after you start from the end.
Oh, yeah.
But when we're talking about the first episode, we basically delve into like when he started. So Bang Chan was actually not the first member of Stray Kids to have a live first. So it was actually Ian that was the first one to do a live, and during that live, like Bang Chan mentioned, like, oh, I'll go ahead and do one for y'all guys too, like promise. And that was just like a long-standing promise that he would just like, let me just do it like every few months, and then it went on to like every month, and then it slowly like reverted into like a weekly thing. It used to be on V Live, but due to like V Live transitioning into like Weverse or whatever, it's no longer available on there. So Bang Chan decided to move it to YouTube, where you can actually find it, where he does his little lives. That I was just going onto the Stray Kids YouTube and subscribing to it, so that way you'll know when his lives pop up. But most of the time his lives are normally on Sundays, or Sundays, either at what time? 8 to 9 a.m. East Central Time, or 10 to 11, 9 to 11 p.m. Korean time. So
Right.
you'll definitely have to get up early to watch one of his lives.
One of the
Huh?
Oh, I was
They're
gonna say
always
one of the cutest things I've seen is it's Hunjin, Ayan, and Sunmin, and they were so excited because 6 people were watching their
Oh yeah.
live. And now we can't even follow the comments.
Oh yeah, I know. I try to do that sometimes, but it's so hard because they just like zoom by.
Yeah.
It makes me
They were
wonder
just
why they don't comment about the comments anymore because I bet you they can't even read it that
yeah,
well either.
no, that's a lot of the reason they take comments from Bubble community because they can actually see the questions.
Yeah.
Let
Um,
me I don't know, stop.
so a few like little facts about Chinese Room was that the first episode was actually January 2nd in 2019 when he started it. It normally stems between an hour and 10 minutes of when he's doing the live. I don't think I've had one where he's like does it any shorter than an hour. Um, but he has about over 200 episodes right now. So by actually coming into Chan's Den and going through it step by step, you'll actually get to start from the beginning. A lot of people are rewatching the Chinese Room just to like rehash it. But if you have not started, this will be a good place to get started. Um, so yeah, so in Chan's Den, it has like the song playlist that he has in there. It also has one of the spoilers that he put in there where he tries to play like a second clip of one of the songs that they made that was not released yet. And a lot of people had so much trouble, like, oh my gosh, I wonder what song that is. Come to find out that the first song that he gave us a little teaser to was Streetlight by Changbin and where Bing Chen beat it in. Uh, so that was funny to like learn about that. Like I didn't think so because it was such a split second that he played it. But like when you go back and forth between the songs, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I could definitely hear that. I could definitely hear that. He did have a specific room that he would do his lives in, but he's moved it a couple times between then, especially when he does go out of Korea and he goes to like the States or anything like that. The location does change, but most of the time he sticks to what is it, his studio room
Mhm.
when he does his lives. Um, So some funny things to mention that Bing Chan likes to do. So he was very awkward during his first Chinese room. Like he definitely didn't know like how he should start it or where he should end it. So he likes to start it with like recommendations from songs. It was mostly how Chinese room like was made at the beginning. It was just basically songs, plain songs, which is normal considering that he's a musician that loves music. So Um, but his one of the few things that he mentioned is his love for Rewrite the Stars. And what I found funny about Rewrite from the Stars was that um he had asked for a recommendation and someone mentioned playing Rewrite the Stars and he had mentioned watching the movie what is it called? Um crap, I
Yeah,
forgot what the
that one.
movie is. Yeah. I was like, what is that movie called again?
Yeah, I'll
The
remember
Greatest
about 3.
Showman. The
Yes.
Greatest Showman. So he came to love The Greatest Showman because he was like watching it on the plane one time. He's like, you know what, I really like the song and I really love all the songs. And as he mentions that he loves every single one of the songs that he that was on that movie, someone had mentioned sometime through the live, they were like, oh, play Rewrite the Stars. He's like, Rewrite the Stars. I've never heard that before. Is that a song? Which is funny because like man said that he loved the playlist of the movie songs and didn't even recognize one of the songs until it started playing. He's like, oh yeah. He also like you won't hear it at the beginning, but one of the things that he does is that when he laughs, he squeaks. And a lot of people don't notice it unless you like really listen to it. So I would definitely like as we're going through the episodes when you're watching them to definitely listen out for that squeak 'cause it's adorable. Adorable. And so a lot of the time, Chan is known to ending his lives with a big hug and a little like piece by his eyes that they do. And when his very first Chinese room, he actually was between like waving by and silently sitting there. He didn't know how to like really end it. So it was a few minutes of him just doing that back and forth. So that was pretty funny. But you could definitely see how he progressed throughout the times he was doing his Chinese room.
When he started his Chinese room, did he start out doing the hug? I looked for hugs and
No,
I
he
didn't
did
find
not.
it until like episode 47-ish, I think.
Yeah,
is
he
when
didn't.
Yeah.
He definitely did not start off doing the hugs. Like I said, like he didn't even know how to end the live, so it mostly just stands for him doing.
Yeah.
No, he didn't even do
He
that.
didn't
He
do
was just like,
that.
no, he was
Just
like,
wave. That's funny. Yeah, he's
So it was-
definitely came a long way.
oh yeah.
Okay. Now under Chan's room, we've decided to do sub rooms for the members, so that we can put all their lives and things in there. And there's going to be years of lives to put in there eventually. So we'll just have to keep working on that. It was just something new we talked about this week, and everybody thought it was amazing to do. So that's what we're going to do with
Especially
that.
with Lino's, because I know like over here in Central Time, like his lives always are around 2 to 3 in the morning, and I'm just like, oh, sometimes I miss them.
Yeah. And Lino is so random. It's like the only thing to expect Lino to do is some random something.
Which his lives are actually like part of the Stray Kids lore as well, because a lot of people said that him say like, oh, I randomly just put my eye up, like that's how the live like took a picture of it, and people are saying that his eye is actually part of the S-Class video, and that was him giving a hint to that. So that was pretty
Yeah.
funny too.
If you look, it's the great big single eye that people are saying it. What did they name it? Something to do with Lino and his eye. They named it something like that. I couldn't do anything but laugh, because now I watch that video and all I see is this big eye. That's all I
Yeah.
see. So
Especially when you're looking through Lino's lives, all you see is his
I
eyes.
know. Kind of at first it reminded me
I
of The
see the eye
Grudge.
comment, like, oh, Lino.
Yep. Yep. All righty.